The Procurement Observation and Advocacy Initiative, PRADIN, has urged the federal government to address the challenges hindering effective public procurement management in Nigeria. Speaking at a media and CSO parley, National Coordinator Mohammed Boji Atta highlighted the need for capacity building and adherence to the rule of law. Claire's correspondent brings us details of the parley. Public procurement management has been a long-standing challenge in Nigeria, with corruption and inefficiency hindering the effective use of public funds. Atahu emphasized that despite investment in the fight against corruption, procurement corruption remains a significant challenge, accounting for over 70% of total corruption in the public sector. He cited the failure to constitute the National Council for Public Procurement and the lack of capacity among procurement and supply chain entities as major obstacles.
Colleague, a sister NGO of ours, NGO Network, where it revealed that public procurement corruption alone accounts for about 70% of total corruption in the public sector. That's a research that was conducted since 2010. That has not been disputed, and that has remained with us. It was conducted by NGO Network. And we also noticed that despite the huge investment and resources that were invested in the fight against corruption, both human and material, corruption seems to be increasing. So we need to begin to ask a lot of questions. What is the problem? Recently, it was recorded in the media that as a result of project abandonment and interest, Nigeria lost about $16 billion in the last 10 years, which is, I think, should also cause for concern. But it's also very important that we summarize what are even the issues that we are discussing, why this corruption issue is not going away from us. We think there are 3 areas, and we want the media to quickly know this, because as you reflect them in your reports, it's very important that you generate them. Yeah, the first and foremost thing is that the failure on the part of the federal government to constitute and inaugurate, I use the word now, to constitute and inaugurate the National Council for Public Procurement is a huge gap because it is linked to everything that the Bureau of Public Procurement has to do. It is linked to every activity that has to do with procurement in Nigeria. Yet, 13 years into it, we don't have a council. But we have what we call the Bureau of Public Procurement, which, by the law, should have come after a council is set up. So the implication and the interpretation in our own language is that we have a bureau without a council. So in other words, we have a son without a father. That's all on its own alone is causing a lot of big problem and gap in the corruption issue in Nigeria. And we have made our voices clear to various governments from the time of Shehu Musa Yar'Adua, Goodluck Jonathan, Buhari, and you can go online and check all that. We have made points, including even seeking audience with them severally, that until this council is put in place, the corruption issue, especially public procurement, will continue to increase.
The organization called for the inauguration of National Council for Public Procurement as enshrined in the Public Procurement Act, PPA 2007, to ensure effective procurement management. Pradin also stressed the need for a competitive selection process to appoint qualified professionals to head procurement entities. The party aimed to support the government's effort in combating corruption and promoting transparency in public procurement. Pradin urged the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take swift action in addressing these challenges, building on his recent decision to sack the former Director General of the Bureau of Public Procurement. The organization believes that understanding the extant laws and their applications is crucial in tackling procurement corruption cases. Pradin's effort aimed to support anti-corruption bodies like ICPC and EFCC in their endeavors. Florence Joshua reports.